Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. Your host Steve Perry here with Greg Emerson, co-host extraordinaire. But here we are, over halfway through October.
We still got our fall theme going.
Still got the fall theme, the pumpkin and the mums. We gotta have our mums on the show sometime, huh? I don't know what that would do to you, but I know what it would do to me. My blood pressure go right through the roof. Had my mom on my show. But I mean, still a ton of racing. Obviously, the rains played a fact.
Yep.
And you know, I traveled down to Oktoberfest on Saturday for some heat racing and Sunday for some great, 12 divisions of feature action. You'll see later on the show with some highlights. And the big event is the Modified Racing Series Championship event.
Right, yeah.
Which was settled out between Rowan Penwick, I don't even know.
Rowan Pennick.
And John McKennedy.
Right.
And McKennedy won it. But the story of that tour this year has been Tommy Barrett.
Yeah.
The 17-year-old kid that showed up with the take no prisoner, no holds barred attitude, and got a spanking a little early.
He was like a stray arrow flying through the air.
But he was a fast stray bullet. And I don't know if Mario Fiore, who was instrumental in the car owner went back when the Reggie Ruggiero was
the Teddy Bear's pool car.
It plays any part in that other than just hanging around being a roadie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a roadie. But I think he has a little say in what goes on, and he's maybe helping Tommy, and you'll see how the end result from Lee this past weekend.
and Tommy goes out, does some bad moves, gets a 3-race suspension or something like that. But then once he comes back, he wins 3 races.
Yeah, I think they shut him down, just parked him those nights. I don't know if he actually.
I'm not positive either, but
it doesn't matter. The kid has got a boatload of talent, and then you traveled over to Oxford Saturday, and as good as a win that was for Austin Terrio, it was probably bigger to Crazy Horse Racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
With everything being their late model program, and everybody thinking that they're a late model company.
Which is basically, a lot of their business.
But now people are going to be saying to themselves,
wow.
They took his act late model, converted it over,
big tires, 80, good 90%.
Shocks. Probably didn't do everything that they would do if they had a full 2-3 weeks. And went out and really had the class of the field. I know at the end DJ was there, and Tony Ricky. Shout out to Tony Ricky, huh?
Yeah,
Jimmy Burgess Racing.
Yeah.
This team ran the K&N Series for years, Busch North Series. Always a big supporter of that deal. And Jimmy decided last year that he wanted to make the switch, run something a little local, and they've been good every year. Every week.
I think that this was the first time that everything kind of really clicked for him. I think that's what happened because
they've run well everywhere. The Beechridge in July got caught up in a late race wreck.
Yeah, but
Oxford he ran good in the top 10. When you can run top 10 in the Pro
All-Star and I'm not saying they're not running good. I'm just saying it's the first time everything clicked for him, and he didn't get into a skirmish. He didn't have little stupid stuff happen. He's been fast. So.
Yeah, so congratulations to them, and DJ just, he was good all year, won some races, and I know he had a chance at the end of the race to maybe.
He had a good move where he did a little crossover and he could have wiggled Austin for the win, but he didn't. He used some patience.
Let me tell you something, Austin Terrio. You're lucky that was DJ Shaw,
not Dale Shaw,
because you've been still spinning, but right. No, Dale wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, Dale wouldn't have done that.
But no, that's congratulations, and to the whole group, and just good race, and I want to, the fans, back in January, and I know we've talked about this, and the contest is actually over, but you guys voted on them young guns. We had 4 young guns in that field Saturday, and all 4 of them finished in the top 10. So that says something about the talent level we have in the state of Maine.
And the fans recognizing
the fans recognizing and knowledge of that talent level. So really good there, and what a great day, great year for Travis Benjamin Motorsports.
Yep.
Congratulations to Ronnie, his Uncle Bruce, and
all those guys. Yeah,
they've stuck together through thick and thin. Couple things Travis has tried over the years. Hired the big time crew chief. Is that what we're lacking? Didn't even last a year. They went back to their own thing. Spent a year where they parked, or a good part of the year, spent a year where they parked their stuff, jumped into the high dollar, high visible, Richard Moody Motorsports team. Went back to their own thing. And this year it paid off.
They downsized and capitalized.
Yeah, went down to 1 car, 1 motor, and 10 top 5s.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily have to win the race. 10 top 5s.
Right.
So, great job, and like we said off air, I'm like the 13th disciple. We had Travis on the show.
It's the Mainely Motorsports good jinx. We're like a 4-leaf clover.
Like Sports Illustrated puts you on the cover, the next week you're gonna break your leg. Mainely Motorsports has you on, and this is the show of proof. Right here. We're gonna call this the show of proof episode. Okay, that's a Perryism. Show of proof. Okay, we have you on.
It's not a Perryism if you call it yourself.
No, it is. Anything I say is mine. What did we discuss last week?
I call the Perryisms.
Okay, is that a Perryism?
Yes, it's a Perryism.
It's the show of proof. Okay, because what happens and what we do, good thing happens.
Right.
And this show will later on you'll see how it really happens.
Right.
And but also a shout out to Kerry Martin, who is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 drivers ever to come out of Oxford Plains Speedway. When I say that, I mean, we know the list of Mike Rowe, Ben Rowe, Al Hammond, Timmy Brackett, Steve Blood, Frank Snow, Tracy Gordon, Jeff Taylor. Kerry Martin's in that top 5. I'm not saying he's number one, because we all know about the King.
Right.
Which the King, I don't know what's going on with the King. He got to go find a new castle to sit in, because that ain't going good. Right? That ain't going good. And I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. So we're going to have a special guest on in a couple of weeks, Mike Lux. He's going to start to straighten it out. But that's for another time and another subject. But, so congratulations to him and his team, and then Andy Shaw, Dave and Krista Ware. That team, with Andy's wife battling cancer, and,
That's the 3rd championship for Andy, and also the 3rd championship for Kerry in their respective divisions.
The racing takes a back seat, which racing shouldn't be in the forefront anyway. Family
right,
always but when you have things like that, but congratulations to all of them, and wish we could do more, but I don't know, maybe someday. We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe we buck the system. But Oktoberfest, we talked about that. A little later on in the show, we're going to talk about Wiscasset. I mean, there they again, Richard and Vanessa Jordan stepping up, purchasing the Speedway, giving their people a chance to, throwing some support back at them. They had like 150 to 170 cars.
Yep.
So between there, what Oxford had, they had to have 60 cars, right?
Yeah, they had to. Well, they had, a good pro stock field, so it was, I think,
70?
they probably had, I'd say, 45 pro stocks there.
Yeah, but so everything total, what they have? 70?
Yeah, oh yeah.
75. We'll give them 75.
Yeah.
Right? We'll 75. Say 150 at, wherever the other place was, Wiscasset. So there's 225. And then if we went 275 at Oktoberfest, say 250. There's almost 500 race cars racing in at 3
tracks in 2 days.
So racing's strong up here in New England.
Yeah.
So, but we got a great show planned today. We come back to my next segment. You'll hear from a young man we've had on here, and I've touted him all year, right from the beginning. This is where show of proof comes in. Told you guys this kid was the real deal. Some of you don't want to believe it. Some of you don't want to believe it, because it's just another kid with, being put in a race car, and some people think that, they're not ready or they're doing it because of money, but this kid proved he's worthy, and you'll hear, and some of you already know, but you'll hear the opportunity that's been presented to Reid Lanpher. So enjoy these next 2 segments as we brought Reid Lanpher in a couple weeks ago. When I first found out about this, and it was under wraps until this past week, and we have it to air this week. So take a break, and we'll be back with Reid Lanpher here on Mainely Motorsports.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
July was our best month ever, thanks to our end-of-season pricing sale. So, we've decided to extend our sale until all inventory is gone. Save thousands on our entire inventory. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, truck campers, even horse trailers. Every camper in stock. Save up to $20,000. We need an empty lot. Over $1 million in snowmobile trailers are on their way. Last call for end of season pricing. Trades welcome, no money down financing available.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Award Champs, rewarding your champions. The official supplier of Mainely Motorsports.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and sitting next to me in the studio of the Pepperell Mill campus. Pretty impressive here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Is young 14-year-old Reid Lanpher, which we've touted all year as being one of the young up-and-coming drivers. And I told you guys at the beginning of the year, nobody listened to me, that he would become the youngest winner ever on an Elcar Legend Series, and you went out and backed it up. So, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I had high expectations to live up to.
Yeah, when I say it, right? You know, I'm like that old E.F. Hutton guy. You probably don't remember him, but your dad and mom will remember E.F. Hutton. When he spoke, people listen. Well, that's me. But one thing that I notice all year, we usually start, we usually end up with talking about the sponsors at the end, but you got some great sponsors that have been very supportive of you, but you also give back to them with your professionalism. Let's talk about your sponsors that you have.
Yeah, I mean, I could not do it without them. I mean, Mission Trailers helps me out a ton. EJP backs me 100%. They've backed me right up through my racing career. Scott's Recreation, Holton Power Sports, that's the only way I can do this. Yeah, when you talk, one name that jumps out of what you said, EJP. They've been in this sport a long time. Peter and the family, Steven's taken more of an active role. He drove for a few years, had a lot of success, and then got out of that, and now restarting again with his boys in the dirt bikes. But they've been involved with some pretty recognizable names over the years. Ricky Craven, Kevin LePage, Steve Park, Andy Santerre, so to add your name to that list, I mean, that's got to be pretty special. And they don't just pick you because they like you. I mean, they want to be involved with you because they see some talent. Yeah, it's quite the honor to be part of that team, and to be added to the list of those drivers is pretty cool. Yeah, and then in 2012 you set out, Legend and, the Pro Stock, the Granite State Pro Stock. The Legend deal, it kind of bittersweet because you were good right off the bat, but then we come into the Thursday Thunder deal, and Beechridge has their rules, and same with Oxford. You got to be 15 or 16 at Beechridge, and 16. So I mean, that kind of hurt with your opportunity to run for a championship. But the thing that I admire, you were there every week supporting Bob Weymouth, who supported you and played a big part in helping you progress pretty rapidly in the Legend deal. Yeah, it was a bummer sitting out all that, especially going into the first Beechridge races, leading the points, now to sit those out. But yeah, Bob Weymouth helps me a ton, and I made sure I was down there every Thursday night to help him out. No, that's a big thing coming from an adult looking, not down at a kid, but looking, so how bad does this kid want it, or how bad is, how much of a supporter, because a lot of kids would just say, oh, well, I can't race, I'm not going, and that's, you see that in some older people, but to be that young driver and not forgetting who's helped you get to your progression, which was pretty rapid. I mean, you were real good right off the bat once you guys figured out, some of the mechanics of the car. But to go back down there on a weekly basis and support him, and I don't know if it was to support him or just to keep him calm for the ride home some weeks, but no, that's a big deal. And I know Bob speaks very highly of you as a talent and as a young man. Yeah, he helps me out a ton. I mean, he buses not every weeknight out there in the shop, and I try to get down there as much as I can. This summer I was down there quite a bit, but without him I just wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, no, you're right. And then, like I said, you backed me up with my bold statement, Loudon, Mother's Day. I mean, how big is that to win your first Legends race at Loudon on the road course, Mother's Day? I mean, talk about that day. I mean, I thought it was a pretty decent Mother's Day gift, but I thought it was really cool for my first win to not only come on the road course, but at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Yeah, no, that is a huge thing, and then you didn't just beat sloughs. I mean, Evan, Sean Buffington, they're top runners every week, and then to be, not that would be any significant any other day of the year, but to be on a Mother's Day where Mom, they give up so much for the kids,
And then she is spending her Mother's Day at a racetrack, and then she gets to stand in victory lane and have her picture taken.
Yeah, she comes to all my races, just about, supports me a ton, and that was pretty cool to give back to her a little bit on Mother's Day.
Now let's fast forward to Cup weekend of the Chase. Your low moment of the year at Loudon.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, lap 1 of the race, and a couple guys got together, and you know, they got damaged too, but you got destroyed. I mean, that was a pretty bad wreck.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably my worst wreck so far this year in my racing career, actually.
Yeah, now compare that to some of the other wrecks you've had in some of the other sports. I mean, the go-karts, the motocross, you broke your back, but I mean, it probably wasn't as scary from you inside the car as it was for the family outside the car watching as it's flipping over and parts are just flying off it.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough not to get hurt, unlike I would have in motocross in a big wreck like that. But yeah, I mean, I was fine, and I was debating bringing out the backup car and going out to finish off the race, but yeah, that kind of stunk. Having to.
You know, one thing before we take a break I want to touch on is, you know, I've been in, you know, with Mainely Motorsports for 4 years and met a lot of great people, and you and your family is right at the top of the list, you know, with who we've met through racing, you know, and that's how it became with racing, you coming up to Richmond, racing the kart, and, you know, I just look at the relationship you have with your parents. But, you know, that's typical, you know, you're a teenager, you're supposed to like and respect your parents. But the thing that really impresses me about you and the young man and the relationship you have is with your sister. You know what I mean? I mean, she has her own thing. She does her horsepower, only one horse with the horse shows and stuff. But, I mean, she's always there supporting you, and you're always there, you know, supporting her when you can be. And then just it's not a brother-sister relationship. It's like a friendship. And that, I mean, talk about her and all that, you know?
I mean, she carts me around to all kinds of racing-related activities. She's got her license, but she's a trooper. She comes to just about all my races and misses out on some horse stuff because of it. And, I mean, we're not like a normal brother and sister butting heads every day and stuff. We get along pretty good.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I don't see any of that, you know, with the social media now, that everybody's got to air all their differences and all their life and everything. You never see that with you and her, and that's pretty impressive. And that's, you know, I'm sure that makes your parents very proud to know that that's going on, and they're not wondering when the next confrontation's coming.
Yeah, it's pretty cool having a good relationship with a sibling, I guess.
All right, well, we're here with 14-year-old Reid Lanpher, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some pretty exciting 2013 plans for you that real exciting, I would say, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available in all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel. Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Under the bright lights of your playing field, one performer continues to shine: the Fisher Extreme V. With durable X-bracing, the Extreme V carries the load. With precision passes, the power to bust through, the maximum protection of the Fisher Trip Edge, and the brightest lights available. Fisher, your business, our passion. See Weir's Motor Sales Incorporated in Arundel.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Northern Race Tire, dealer for Sunoco Race Fuels, distributed by New England Racing Fuel. LKQ Core, any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Now we're back here with Reid Lanpher, and we talked before break 2013, and you know, some things came up that probably weren't in the plans. I mean, you ran the Granite State Pro Stock last year, and I know you wanted to step up. You were now going to be at that 15 age with the permit, so you'd be able to run Beach Ridge and some pass races, which still might happen, but let's talk about what your initial plans are and what's happening right now with Reid Lanpher for 2013.
I mean, I got offered an unbelievable opportunity down south next year to run a late model for Junior Motorsports.
Well, that's a big deal. I mean, Junior Motorsports, the reigning late model champions at Motor Mile over in Virginia, which is a beautiful facility, has tabbed 14-year-old Reid Lanpher from Manchester, Maine. One of our guys. I mean, he's one of the young talents that I got to keep reminding you folks. I told you way back in May to pay attention. Maybe now you guys will start listening to me. But this, you've really earned that opportunity. I mean, with what you've done on the track, the schoolwork and all the other stuff, I mean, this is a golden opportunity. It doesn't guarantee that in 5 years, I'm going to be hitting you up for hot passes at Daytona, and I understand that. But this is, you can't, the opportunity, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just to have the opportunity itself is unbelievable, and I just can't wait till next year to try to win some races.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you couldn't ask for a better situation. They know how to win races, and one of the things that we talked about earlier is the fact that, Dale Jr., for you that don't know who Junior Motorsports is, to give back. I mean, to keep this late model team going, over at Motor Mile, and give back to the young racer and give a young racer like yourself the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. He really likes to have a late model team that he can try to, he's always had one, and he's never really won a championship until this year, and it was a pretty big deal to him, and I think that he wants to keep it going next year.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for a young kid from Maine, but the thing that's pretty unique about it is, there's a lot of avenues that go here, but it was the guy that, you guys tabbed to help you with your pro stock, Tony Ricky, that immediately saw talent in you and kind of tried to open up some doors, and, and that's what it takes. And, talk about the process of what brought you from the kid in the Legend car, they're going to start the year and run as many Legends races as they can, to some Granite State Pro Stock races, to then all of a sudden getting the call where you got the opportunity to go down and be interviewed for the seat of Junior Motorsports.
I mean, it was, a 1 in a million chance, but Tony Ricky just happened to be one of LW's really good friends, and I ran a super late model for him this year, and it just kind of, that connection, and he mentioned my name to LW, and just kind of got the ball rolling, and I ended up going down there and testing, and we just kind of worked the deal out and going to run next year for them.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I heard about it, and because it's been going on a while, and just got released and out to the general public, because it was a process that took place. But I remember your dad pulled me aside at Star, and he says, what do you think? What would you do? I mean, we got a chance to, to go even proceed, because if you have no interest in it, no sense going after it, And I said, this is the way I look at it. The first time a parent put that glove on his kid for t-ball, or you laced your 4-year-old daughter up in skates, or you put ballerina shoes on, every parent's dream is to see their kid, whether it's in the major leagues, the Olympics. I mean, that's every parent's dream, or grandparents. That's what you want, even if that's what you want. So the first time you strapped Reid's head into a helmet, probably, you dreamed of it. You don't think you ever get the shot, and at least now you're getting the shot. I mean, now you got to perform on the track, and there's a ton of kids out there that could possibly be up for this opportunity. I mean, we just did the Young Gun thing, and I compare this to Austin winning that Young Gun competition. We had 100 kids got voted from the 15 to 21 range to the top 10, to the top 3, and we took Austin down to Loudon. This is very similar. I mean, for these kids, they need to look at, this is one of us. It ain't no different than the guys that a couple weeks ago raced against Kyle Busch at Nashville. You get a chance to race against somebody that might be at a level or two above you, but still when they come back to your level, it's still a pretty neat thing. So talk about some of the younger guys that you've raced against.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was like a 1 in a million shot that this ever fell into place here, and just to have the opportunity knowing that there's a lot of other talented drivers around is pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, expectations. I mean, obviously everybody puts them on. Have they put any expectations of you? Have they told you what they expect or what they need to see out of you?
I mean, our goal next year is to run for the championship at Motor Mile Speedway, and I mean, we're really going to try our best to do that.
Now, how about you? Is that them or you?
That's,
I mean, obviously that's what you want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a team goal, but I mean, I myself would like to win some races and definitely try my best to have a shot at the championship.
Yeah, and that'd be, you know, pretty unheard of for a 14-year-old. Going to be 15, you know, next May.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's still pretty unique in itself to be that age and to be surrounded by those type of people and that equipment, you know. So, talk about, did you meet any of them when you were down there and go through the negotiations? Or?
Not quite, but I mean, I've heard a lot about all of them, and the competition down there is the best late model competition in the country, pretty much. And just to be running against some of those guys next year is going to be quite the honor.
Now, do they keep Reid Lanpher's late model stuff in the same shop that they keep the nationwide stuff in? Or?
Not quite. This is a separate shop for the late models, but it's all tied together, and it's pretty cool.
So it's just not an afterthought. I mean, it's the real deal. And yeah. So, I mean, what does it feel like? You know, just you and me, nobody else. What's it? I mean, you're 14 years old. Your new boss is Dale Jr. I mean, what's that feel like?
I mean, it's like a dream come true, pretty much.
So if you're going to have to give him a Christmas present, I mean, have you thought about that? What are you going to get him?
Nah, I'd have to put some thought into that.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
championship maybe.
Yeah, that's next year. But this is the first Christmas. But no, it's. I'm excited for you. It's neat to see a kid from Maine who has worked hard. I mean, it's hard to say, you know. I mean, he's only 14. How hard has he worked? Well, he's worked. I mean, you're on the honor roll at school.
Yeah.
You work on your stuff. You support Bob Weymouth, who supported you. You know, you support Nelka. You support everybody that's ever been a part of you and supported you. You know, so yeah, you have worked hard for the few years that you've been in this sport. So and I hope everybody in the state of Maine, this is coming from me, that really gets behind and follows along with the opportunity you've been given. And because it'd be nothing cooler, and it ain't no different than Archie and his Go Green Racing, to have somebody that's from this little state to get to that next level and represent us all, because basically you're representing every one of these young kids that has a dream just like you did. Well, you're getting a chance to fulfill yours, so it's showing them that they're going to have their chance. If doors can open up and things can happen,
Yeah, I mean, I really try to appreciate everybody and what they do for me up here, and just to have those people back me when I go down is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's, we'll keep you obviously updated and informed as more stuff breaks, and obviously the schedule and how to follow along with your 2013 season, even though it's only 2012 still. It'll be here before we know it. So I want to thank you for taking the time and coming down here and releasing your new deal with us, because, I feel like, you're one of us. I mean, we've, followed you along. We stand behind you, and I've always got your back. So, and one other thing before we go off the air.
Okay.
I've joined the gym and Weight Watchers, so the next time we play basketball, it's more than horse. Oof. It's one-on-one.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll come south. I'll come south to find you.
Okay,
right?
Sounds good.
So I want to thank you again and good luck with this. And really excited for Reid Lanpher, Scott, Holly, Emily, the whole family, and everybody that supported him over the years. And the kid's giving us a shot to, for all of us to dream about what the future can bring. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here on Mainely Motorsports.
Hi, this is Scott from Scotch Recreation. 6 years ago, I went to purchase my family our first camper. I didn't like the way I was treated, and I didn't like the prices, so I opened up Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. We have over 100 new and used travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and pop-ups in stock at both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations, and online at scotchrecreation.com. We take most anything on trade we don't have to feed. We have plenty of no-money down financing available to qualified applicants at the lowest rates we've seen in years. See all inventory at scotchrecreation.com.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Patman himself, just letting you know that Patman's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
All of us at Moody's Collision Centers would like to thank you for supporting us for over 30 years.
We all own stock in Moody's and have a vested interest in you and your vehicle.
The people at Moody's Collision Centers are part of the community, and our reputation is very important to us.
We take pride in our work and guarantee our repairs for as long as you own your vehicle.
At Moody's Collision Center, we care about our customers.
So when your insurance company asks where you want to go, tell them Moody's Collision Centers. Now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon.
Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone.
Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com.
And see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Southern Maine Motors, out to be Maine's #1 Chrysler Dodge Jeep dealership. Route 1 Saco.
Well, that's some big news from Reid Lanpher.
Oh, yeah.
Junior Motorsports. So we were hoping to release that. Scott, they actually wanted us to be able to release it first because of the support we've given them over the years. But as much as I am larger than life in some people's minds, we ain't going head-to-head with Junior Motorsports. Just ain't going to happen.
You don't have as many fans as Dale Jr.?
No, probably not. But I want to tell you something. When you go down to see Old Spank or you run into Perv, you ask him about last week's Oktoberfest, how I was meeting fans.
I heard you were the entertainment in the stands for a while.
When we're at the races, we're all there as a race fan. So we might as well all mingle and get to know each other.
Have fun.
So I was sharing my M&Ms and throwing out T-shirts, and it was a great time. Really was. But really wish I had been able to go up to Wiscasset, but we sent Brick on assignment. And,
Brick on assignment?
Brick on assignment. That sounds like something, don't it? It sounds like something you'd hear on CNN.
Right.
We had Brick on assignment. But he was up there and had a great time, and 150 to 170 cars. You know?
Yeah, and I talked to a few other people that were up there, and they said that there was cars parked on the road, and because of all the rain that we've had, it was a little bit muddy, and that was kind of a little hindrance. But the parking lot was full, the grandstands were full. They had, you know, and they found, you know, it was Wiscasset Family Fun Day basically. They found a place. If you brought a car, they found a place for you to race.
Hence, Kyle Ferguson's showing up with a modified racing series modified, and they throwing him in with the pro stocks.
Right.
And he didn't win.
He finished second to Reid Lanpher.
Kyle, come on, Kyle. You know, but no, that's Kyle's. But how cool is that? Kyle showed up at Oktoberfest. Showed up just before the heats rolled off. Rolled his car out. No practice. Obviously, he's behind the 8 ball. Didn't qualify. Puts it in the trailer, goes to Wiscasset and sports another event.
Right.
So that's the reason right there that Kyle Fredrickson is the best front man Speedway Illustrated could ever have.
Right.
Because he not only is involved in it, he lives it.
Right.
And he understands it. So my hat's off to Kyle Fredrickson up there and everybody up there at Wiscasset. So great time. Now it kind of pumps you up to see what Richard and Vanessa and the whole group. I know they're talking about scheduling their rules meetings and stuff. So, you know, that should be coming up, and, you know, we'll pass the word on, and we'll get Richard on the show. And
be neat to see what they decide, you know, for everything and how everything turns out. And, you know, maybe that them having this day like today, they get kind of a feel of what they want to do for classes and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, because you see the ones that come up and support you and all that.
The success rates or whatever.
So, you know, I mentioned earlier in the show, I went down to Oktoberfest, and these next 2 segments that we have are going to be about Oktoberfest, you know, some of the feature action. And, you know, I didn't see a lot of cars down there from Peachridge. I think you saw a lot of them up.
Listen, you and Bob Watson, when we had Bob Watson on, were joking. And it's the joke, you know, the Oktoberfest, the Rectoberfest, and all the names that go along with it. Was there any action like that?
No. I can honestly say.
What happened in the midgets?
Lap 1, they had a wreck, which happens all the time, you know.
I only know this because I saw pictures on Facebook.
The guy that rolled over didn't get hurt, but his mother had a heart attack in the stands, so that's why we had a delay, so they could take her by ambulance, and hopefully everything worked out, and hopefully she's fine, you know, and everything. But,
absolutely.
But other than that, everything, I mean, they started like, the late models had well over 20. The street sportsmen, whatever. I think they call them late models, and I don't know what.
Yeah.
They had close to 30, and it really did. It was some good racing. The MRS race was good. It was a lot of good racing. So you're going to enjoy these next 2 segments with some highlights from Oktoberfest. Really got to thank Dave McGuire. Does a great job. He's at Star Speedway every week, and when he gets a chance, he goes and does some extra work for us. So I really appreciate all the efforts Dave McGuire does. I know the guys at Star do too. And and then we'll take a break. When we come back after that segment, we got the MRS, and I'm telling you, pay attention to this Tommy Barrett kid. First, I'll just tell you this much: the first part of the race, he rode around 10 car lengths behind the last place guy. He actually pitted under caution so he could get out of line and go to the back. So he wanted to start shotgun on the field, save his stuff. You'll see how saving his stuff worked out for him.
Right.
So we'll take a break and enjoy these next 2 pieces brought to you by Dave McGuire from Oktoberfest.
Where's the best place to get a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram? Southern Maine Motors.
Here at Southern Maine Motors, they really worked with me and made the payments work so it was affordable.
They sit you down, they tell you every little piece of paper, what it means, what this is and what that is.
They're very good here with service, helping out if you got any questions with anything.
I'll come back the next day to pick up the car. They said, you're ready now.
Southern Maine Motors is my dealership.
Southern Maine Motors is my dealership.
No other dealer is working as hard to be #1 as Southern Maine Motors.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley Saloon, owned by legendary super modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Clark's Car Crushing has been a family-owned and operated business since 1978. We do everything from crushing cars, handling industrial scraps, to buying the scrap metal right out of the back of your pickup. Copper, brass, stainless steel, aluminum, you name it, we'll buy it. We have roll-off containers of all sizes for industrial accounts. We'll handle the legwork with full drop-off and pickup services. So for a professional job, guaranteed honest weights, and top dollar paid statewide, come see the Clark family in Farmingdale, Maine. Clark's Car Crushing. Don't fix it, scrap it.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Award Champs, rewarding your champions. The official supplier of Mainly Motorsports.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
They've got 2 50-lappers this weekend, and they'll start inverted of the finish of this one in tomorrow's 50-lapper as we get set to turn loose. Here they go.
Hey, I'm Dave McGuire. I'm here with Mainely Motorsports. We're here with Derek Griffith. He just won the first of 2 Pro Stock races this weekend. And here with him now in Victory Lane. You got anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I mean, I really got to thank Louis Michelitis, Bobby Cabral, Steve Dickey, my dad, Dolly, the whole Michelitis crew, all my sponsors, LCM Racing, Kingsborough Motors, Ferris Wheels, Blackwater Firearms, FEP Insurance. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
All right, well, congratulations, and good luck in the next race tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
USA as Donnie Horvath peers out toward turns 3 and 4. Here they come out of the corner. Charlie's got the top spot. Dagan's going to race hard and quick on turn number 2, moving to the second spot. Here comes Richie. Richie's on the inside of Captain Steve. Larry Gilminus is quick, and he is on with that number 37 car. Here they come. Out of the turn, Tucker. Here challenge, put up a good position off the corner. Larry Gilminus with the nose of the 37 right in the thick of it. And look at Richie coming back in car number 4. Away from Jay Dan, or has he? And John Lowe going through 3 and 4. Here it comes. 2 more laps to go. Charlie Colby. Griffith is breaking up. Robert Stans is now second. What a tough race for the kid. Charlie Colby winning today. Jack Hunt on. That's the 36. Sitting inside Larry Gilminus.
That's how you do it, from the green to the checker.
Yeah, we had a good year down Beach Ridge this year, and then every year we've been coming up here for 3 years. And I've been wanting to win this Oktoberfest before. This is my 4th year, so I'm so glad I did right now. I owe it to my crew, my wife, Casey, Tiger, Lil, Kaylee, Sean. I don't know, we got to think who the other one is, Raymond. All right, Chuck's my crew chief right there. I couldn't do it without him, so I'm happy to win this Oktoberfest.
Well, congratulations to you. This is a big win in front of a big crowd. Nice going.
Yes, this is a beautiful facilities here, and if they had pro stocks, you might see this cat right back here all the time.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, Charlie comes home the winner in Oktoberfest, the first of many races here this afternoon.
And a report from the scene is that my corn is okay. Now the work is to get him out of the coast is right there. Russell's trying to take the low side. They're side by side. This is for the win. Here they come. What's the call? 2 goes the call. Kevin Douglas. Side by side. We'll have to wait for the official finish on that one. Wow. Last traffic.
Tour champion, the NASCAR state champion, second in the points here at LEE USA Speedway in the small block super modifieds, and first up at Canaan in the points, and the second Hallowell to win here today, I might add. Wayne Hallowell's in victory lane. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I got to thank LEE Speedway for letting us come in today and start tail. I hate missing Oktoberfest, so I really appreciate them letting us in, and what a performance. This car was just awesome.
Yeah, no doubt about it, because you came all the way from the back. Now, does this wrap up the 2012 season for you? What else is on the calendar for this year?
Next week we're going to head up Sunday back up to Thunder Road.
Oh, that's right.
Finish the Milk Bowl, and then maybe Wall Stadium Thanksgiving.
So this is a memorable season for you, to say the least, I would say.
Yeah, to say the least. I would be out of my mind if we could ever duplicate a season like this, but just more than we ever would have imagined or wished. So everybody that's been part of it, we appreciate them so much. All the sponsors, E-Keys for Cars, Unique Ford, everybody, all the crew, my wife, my daughters, everybody that takes care of us week in and week out, we thank you very much.
Well, congratulations on a great 2012 season so far, and another win here at Oktoberfest. Nice going.
Thank you very much.
Wayne Hellwell's in Victory Lane in the late model 50-lap feature, and as
under the bright lights of your playing field, one performer continues to shine, the Fisher Extreme V. With durable X-bracing, the Extreme V carries the load. With precision passes, the power to bust through, the maximum protection of the Fisher Trip Edge, and the brightest lights available. Fisher, your business, our passion. See Weir's Motor Sales Incorporated in Arundel.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch, and when I'm in Maine, I watch Mainely Motorsports.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations, and online at scotchrecreation.com.
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainly Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Another former Oktoberfest winner is in the 20th spot. Dave Steiner, Enkion, Clean, Stormbred, and Jonas.
know, everything started, everyone started going there at the end last third of the race. We kind of just hung out there, you know, for most of the race and picked off cars while we could and got up there, put us in a shot in contention for the win, and just didn't quite have enough. 9 car was awful good today, and the 06 was good too. Proud of this 25 team. They did an awesome job all year. We had, you know, we ran good every time we ran this car. Got to thank Gary Cassell and the whole team. Brad from Northeast Race Cars, Pettit for the awesome motors. Awesome job by the whole team.
Ron Pettit comes home third. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we had a good car. We pitted there halfway. I just didn't know if we'd be a sit duck if we didn't pit. And the guys had a great stop. We kind of got, you know, when the caution come out, we were in the middle, so guys behind us got to peel in before us. So we went all the way around, me and Chris and one other car, I think. So we were like the last ones in, and my guys got me out first. So they did a good job to them. And got back up there, just one car short. I know the 9 saved his tires maybe a little bit more than we did. And, you know, I don't know if they swapped 4 or 2. We just did the 2. So good job to them. Congratulations to the Berries, good friends of ours, build our chassis. Couldn't be happier for them, and congratulations to Gary. They had a good, Gary and Rowan. Good season. Move on from here. I'd like to thank Four Seasons Refrigeration. He's a big help of ours, stuck through us through this tough summer when we had to shut it down for a while. He's here today, and I'm happy for that. Chucky, Debbie, the crew, my dad, my wife and kids at home, just and Red for having us here. It's a lot of fun coming.
St. Cleet comes home second. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
To climb out of the car and celebrate a win here at Oktoberfest 2012, let's hear it for Tommy Barrett in Victory Lane. Come on over here, Tom. Well, this really caps off a terrific 2012 season for you.
Yeah, so that's what we needed. We had a couple rough last 2 races, but you know, we made a plan. Cars fast all weekend. We stuck to the plan during the race, and it just worked out.
And you seem to have a strategy here, laying towards the back early in the race, and then out of nowhere, after the halfway mark, here comes Tommy Barrett.
Yeah, we stayed back to save tires and stuff, and I came in, make a few adjustments, and then just come out and try to get to the front.
Now that we've gotten to the end of the 2012 season, could you ever have imagined such a season when you started out this year?
No, not really, but I mean, it's all because of my crew, my dad, Brian Brady, Doug, my little brother, Joey, Eric, Victory Lane Bar and Grill, Mike Pettit with this awesome motor, and Brad LaFontaine from Northeast Race Cars.
Well, congratulations on a big win here at Oktoberfest.
Thank you.
Tommy Barrett's at Victory Lane here at LEE USA Speedway. He's the winner of the Valente Modified Racing Series 100-lap event here at LEE USA Speedway. A big weekend for these cars and the culmination of the 2012 season.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available in all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel. Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
July was our best month ever, thanks to our end-of-season pricing sale. So, we've decided to extend our sale until all inventory is gone. Save thousands on our entire inventory. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, truck campers, even horse trailers. Every camper in stock. Save up to $20,000. We need an empty lot. Over $1 million in snowmobile trailers are on their way. Last call for end-of-season pricing. Trades welcome, no money down financing available.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Gary Hotels, located in Brunswick, Freeport, Waterville, and Augusta, the official hotel of Mainly Motorsports. Clark's Car Crushing, located in Hollowell, providing guaranteed honest weights with top dollar being paid.
Well, one thing we forgot to, I don't say we forgot to, but last week as we were taping the show, it had come out after the show was taped.
Right, yep.
The purchase of Oxford Plains Speedway by Tom Mayberry from Bill Ryan. So,
not a big shock, but
yeah,
you
I mean,
know.
everybody knows what Bill's been involved in the last couple of years, and he still did his part, kept the racetrack open. Could have easily sold that off for development. So, I know a lot of people are worried to think what Tom's going to do. Tom's a racer. That's the good thing. It went in the hands of a racer. It didn't go into somebody that's...
It was rainy at Oxford Saturday morning, so we had to wait it out. And a lot of people, blah, 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 talking. I didn't hear any negativity. It was all positive.
You shouldn't hear any negativity. You know what I mean? He's a racer. I mean, he started the Pro All-Star Series 11 years ago.
Right.
Look where that's gone. Look at some of the events he's put on for these guys.
A lot of excitement in the pit area.
Then a couple other things going on this week. We'll touch on a little bit. The Halloween Howler down to Star. I know we got some guys. Lyman's going to do some stuff down there.
Spectator drag race.
Yeah. So you guys bring an extra vehicle in case he gets destroyed and you can't drive home.
I don't know who's going yet.
Oh, but that's Saturday over at Star Speedway. But the big deal this Saturday is up there at Unity.
Yep.
The Long John.
Long John.
Ralph's keeping the Long John going, and they're expecting a great car count in all divisions. And then me getting back behind the wheel after
I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm free. I'm not getting in a
my last race, I was in a minivan. That didn't go so well. The one before that, I was in an Enduro up to Wiscasset. I prayed for 40 laps.
I was there for that one.
Finally, it did. Then before that, I was in a vintage Wicked Good car up to Wiscasset, and I blew a motor. So you see the track record here? The only thing I'm concerned about is I don't think I have a roll cage in my car.
If Steve gets tired, he's going to drop the thing in neutral, and you'll hear it wind into
the
carpet.
We'll blow her up, Jerry. Don't think, we'll blow her up. That's why I'll make Jerry pay me for my appearance fee and my, you roll a star in, you're going to get his money. So really excited, and if you're looking for something to do this weekend, get out there and support Unity. Because obviously there's got to be people talking about taking that track over.
Right.
And I think my car owner this weekend's one of them, but I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but I'm throwing it out there. And, so if you get out there and support them, just like you did for Richard and Vanessa this past weekend.
Right, absolutely.
It gives them the hope and to say, you know what, this can work. And there is still some life up here.
It's pretty much the last opportunity you got to race in Maine this year.
Yeah. And just think, I could win a race and you could be there, or I could leave on a stretcher.
I highly doubt
it
that you're going to win.
I could leave on a stretcher, and you could say you
saw it. It better be a bucket loader.
Yeah, be a bucket loader. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. Congratulations to Reid Lanpher and everything there, and we'll be back next week, and we're going to have some champions on again next week. So if you're a champion, you want to be on, contact us.
Don't forget the Milk Bowl's coming up too.
Sunday morning, go to Unity and then drive to the Milk Bowl. I'll ride with you. Let's go. All right, we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports.
This past week, we lost a dear friend to our racing community. For many years, Darlene Nutting has played a major role in the racing career of her husband Russ, helping establish and run their business R&D Racing Fabrication in Limerick, Maine. She was also very instrumental in the Maine Vintage Race Car Association. Her presence at the track and in the off-season car shows was always a welcome sight, especially at the Northeast Motorsports Expo, where their display has been a staple for the last 24 years. We at Mainly Motorsports Television send our deepest sympathies to Russ and the whole Nutting family, and we dedicate this show to her.
Ready to go. Bigger and better in 2013. Here they are. Oh boy. The Hafner's number 44 was this here reminiscent of the ISMA start last Sunday in Thompson Speedway. Very similar.